Good afternoon, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Saturday, November 22nd, 2014, around 4:17 p.m. in Billerica, Massachusetts. Been a nice and sunny day, highs around 40, but it did not feel like 40. It felt like the mid-20s with the wind chill. Tomorrow's going to get a little warmer, around 55 to 60, but late day thunder showers and maybe some cold, heavy rain into Sunday night into Monday morning, and then average temperatures for the rest of the week. And maybe there's a possibility we could get a rain or snowstorm Wednesday, the busiest travel day of the year, Thanksgiving Eve. Some news to report. Harvard beat Yale in the annual football game at Harvard Stadium by the score of 31-24. ESPN's College Game Day pregame show was there, and it was pretty good. It was awesome. They were at Harvard Stadium outside of it. First time that ESPN College Game Day has come to New England in a long time. And also, that's about it on the news. My next subject is about the classic television series Batman. Batman aired on ABC from January 12, 1966 through March 14, 1968, and it was a big hit for ABC. It lasted 3 seasons. The first 2 seasons, they had 2 episodes each week. Most of them were 2-parters about the villains of Batman committing crimes in the first episode of the cliffhanger, and the second one is when Batman and Robin come and save the day. And it was created by William Dozer, who was actually the narrator of Batman, and it was produced with Greenaway Productions in association with 20th Century Fox Television. It starred Adam West as Batman and Bruce Wayne, that's Batman's alter ego, Burt Ward as Robin and Dick Grayson, Alan Napper as Alfred the Butler, and Neil Hamilton as Commissioner Gordon, Stanford Rep as Chief O'Hara, and also Madge Blake as Aunt Harriet Cooper. And the third season they had Yvonne Craig as Batgirl and Barbara Gordon, who was Commissioner Gordon's daughter. And most of the episodes I told you were 2-parters. They were real popular. The first season Batman was on the air, it was a big hit for ABC. It actually canceled Monsters on CBS, and Batman was getting all brave reviews and stuff like that. A very successful hit by ABC, which they didn't have too many hits back in the 50s and 60s. And the second season was continuing to go good with the 2-part episodes. The Batman series was basically an action show, but it was a lot of comedy and stuff and light-headedness and stuff. And like the end of the second episode, cliffhanger, they had Batman and Robin do bam, pow, wham, bam, cram, jam, Sam. You get it? And it was so big. And they had the recurring characters of the villains. The villains were played by the following. For the Red Letter, it was played by Frank Goodshot for the first year and the third season. And the second season, it was played by John Ashton. But Burgess Meredith played the Penguin. And the Joker was played by Cesar Romero. And the Catwoman was played by Julie Newmar for a couple of seasons. And then Eartha Kitt and also Lee Meriwether played the Catwoman. And other ones were Mr. Freeze, played by George Sanders, Otto Pierman, and Eli Wallace. And there were other villains like Egghead, who was played by Vincent Price, and Louis the Lilac was played by Milton Berle. And there was a few other villains as well, but these were the major villains on Batman and stuff like that. At the end of the second season, Batman was reduced to 1 episode per week on ABC. The ratings were, going downhill, and they added like Batgirl and Barbara Gordon, who was played by Yvonne Craig, to boost up the series. And even though that brought a little more excitement into the Batman series, it was just lacking in the ratings and stuff like that. ABC decided to cancel Batman after 3 seasons, and they destroyed the set. There was rumors that NBC was renewed Batman for a 4th season, but they wanted the set to be rebuilt, and plus they were going to eliminate Robin from the storyline, and it was just going to be Batman and Batgirl. And I heard something that the producers really did not really want to see Batman and Batgirl on NBC only, because they thought Robin was an integral part of the show. So they just decided that 20th Century Fox says they weren't interested in a 4th season of Batman on NBC. Very disappointing. So Batman was canceled after 3 seasons, 120 episodes, and they had enough episodes for syndication, and they started to syndicate Batman in 1968, and it's been in syndication ever since. It was seen in syndication in Boston for many years on WSBK TV 38 and NWLVI TV 56, WHLO TV 27 show Batman was on a lot of cable networks like the Family Channel and FX and TV Land, and it's on IFC. It's on like Saturdays at 7 p.m. on MeTV, 7 to 8. Batman was one of the most famous action adventure shows of all time, and a lot of the, it was mainly played for laughs and a little kind of drama, but mainly played for laughs. It was a very good kids show and stuff like that. A lot of kids watched Batman and stuff. And there was a couple of times they tried to revive the Batman series with Adam West and Robin and Burt Ward a couple of times in the 70s and such stuff, but the deal didn't fell through because they just didn't want to cost too much money to produce, and like Adam West and Burt Ward fell into the typecasting roles after Batman was off the air, which was very disappointing because Adam West and Burt Ward were two pretty good actors, but many of the producers afterwards saw them just as Batman and Robin, and that really hurt their careers. It's disappointing because they were two very talented actors, and sometimes with certain roles, producers like to typecast actors because they don't see them as somebody else. That was disappointing, but Batman's made millions and millions of dollars for them, and for like conventions and stuff like that. And when they made Batman movies through Warner Brothers Pictures beginning in 1989, the Batman character was more like serious and dark and stuff like that. It was a far cry from the Batman from the 60s on television, which was more like a good time and stuff, more like funny and stuff and serious. I'm surprised that they never tried to do it like a Batman type show like they did in the 60s right now, but I don't think it would work. But you never know about these days. I think Batman ranks up there as one of the most popular television series of the 60s of all time. It was very amazing to see Batman and Robin beat the villains, and I love enjoying watching them reruns today. And you could get the entire series of Batman on DVD now. It's sold through Warner Brothers. For years they had problems trying to get that on DVD because of like 20th Century Fox owning the television series rights and Warner Brothers owning the movies. But I think 20th Century Fox and Warner Brothers worked it out so the fans could see the entire series of Batman on DVD, and it's a real good thing. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, with my third and final video blog of the night, which will be about the Randy Macho Man Savage Crush feud in the WWE from the fall of 1993 to March of 1994. It's probably one of the most underrated feuds in the WWE at that time. See you later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.